I'm a theater maker who directs, writes, and stage manages. I'm also a social activist who protests, debates, and volunteers. I can never actually decide which part of me comes first because I've walked both paths my whole life, and I've been traveling back and forth between them. My name is Aria Velz. I'm a directing, playwriting, and production major at the University of the Arts, and my struggle with making art versus making change has followed me for a long time. When I was deciding on a college to go to, I chose to get an education in theater instead of academic activism because I thought I could someday marry the two. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do in the future, but I hoped that I wouldn't have to choose one route. I could do both. I told the person who interviewed me for my top choice college that my dream was to create a theater company, and with it, a theater community. This theater company could show plays by and for people who don't get represented. People of color, gay women, women of color, those who often never have a path to choose when it comes to being able to tell their own stories. I wanted to bring new voices to the stage and make audiences think differently and feel inspired to do things differently. The interviewer I told this ambition to turned out to be the head of the department I was applying for. I got accepted into the school. I felt that my story definitely propelled me here because I sounded like an artist with a purpose. But in the back of my mind, I felt like I was lying to her and to myself. I want to believe that my first priority is to challenge our society and culture through theater, and I want to fulfill this dream. But I'm afraid that I can't join my activist ambitions with my theater ambitions. I can be financially and emotionally secure, or I can be part of a movement to change the world, but I can't do both. I can choose to help tell marginalized stories, or I can choose to preserve my own, but I can't do both. In learning about theater, and learning about so many different individuals and groups who tried to use theater as action, Bertolt Brecht or the group theater, most of them dissolve, or their work is belittled, because they could never balance the two ideals of making art and making change. What makes me think I can do better when others, who I have idolized, have failed before me? I believe that my path is to make the world a better place, and I believe that my path is to be in theater. But I think I tell myself I can't do both so that I don't even have to try and risk disappointment. But the ambition to better the world should be greater than the sum of my fears. I will someday be able to join my ambitions as a theater maker and an activist, despite my fears that I will fail. I believe that the cause is always more important. I don't want my life to be a series of picking which road to walk. I want to build my own single path, one that lets me do what I want and do what is right.